Actually, you didn't invite me, Ellen said. Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen, Dakota replied. Have you ever witnessed the exact moment a PR machine breaks down in real time? In Hollywood, there's an unspoken rule. You smile, you nod, and you play along with the host's jokes, even if they aren't true. But in 2019, Dakota Johnson decided she was done playing by those rules. Dakota Johnson shouldn't be relatable. She's Hollywood royalty, the daughter of Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith, and the granddaughter of Tippi Hedren. She was catapulted to global mega-stardom by the 50 Shades of Grey franchise. By all traditional metrics, she should be just another out-of-touch Nepo baby delivering heavily scripted soundbites. Instead, she has become the internet's favorite anti-celebrity. From accidentally destroying Ellen's daytime empire to roasting her own superhero movie on a global press tour, Dakota has mastered the art of weaponized honesty. So, how did Anastasia Steele become the queen of deadpan comedy and an absolute indie powerhouse? Let's break it down. To understand Dakota's genius, we have to go back to 2015. When she signed on to play Anastasia Steele, a lot of critics wrote her off. The 50 Shades trilogy was a global phenomenon, grossing over $1 billion worldwide, but it also gave her a very specific, inescapable reputation. Most actors would either get typecast in romantic dramas forever or completely burn out. But Dakota did something brilliant. She used that massive mainstream paycheck to fund a completely different career. She took the Robert Pattinson route. You know, do the giant sparkly franchise so you can afford to make weird art for the rest of your life. She started collaborating with visionary directors. She did Luca Guadagnino's Suspiria, a deeply unsettling, bizarre horror film that proved she wasn't just a pretty face. She followed it up with indie darlings like The Peanut Butter Falcon and Maggie Gyllenhaal's critically acclaimed The Lost Daughter. Dakota wasn't just shedding her blockbuster image, she was quietly building one of the most interesting portfolios in modern Hollywood. But having a good resume doesn't make you an internet icon. What makes Dakota fascinating is her complete refusal to fill dead air. Psychologically, humans hate silence. When there's a pause in conversation, we panic and fill it with nervous laughter. Dakota Johnson does not. She possesses this rare, almost aggressive calmness. In a 2021 Elle interview, the journalist noted that Dakota would comfortably sit in silence for a full minute before answering a question. And that brings us back to the Ellen interview. When Ellen jokingly accused Dakota of not inviting her to her birthday party, any other celebrity would have laughed it off. Dakota held her ground. "Ask everybody," she said. "Ask your producer." It was a masterclass in holding boundaries. That single clip didn't just go viral, it became a cultural reset. People started realizing that Dakota wasn't trying to be difficult. She just fundamentally rejects fake Hollywood pleasantries. She doesn't like rules for the sake of rules, and she refuses to fake enthusiasm. By 2020, she wasn't just starring in indie films, she was making them. Dakota co-founded TeaTime Pictures, a production company that produced the Sundance hit Cha-Cha Real Smooth. She even launched a literary book club in 2024 to deep dive into the books she loved reading. She was cementing herself as a serious, intellectual creative. And then came Madame Web. In early 2024, Dakota found herself leading a superhero movie that, let's just say, wasn't going to win any Oscars. Usually, when a movie is a disaster, the lead actor goes on a press tour and lies through their teeth. They talk about how much fun the green screen was and how honored they are to be in the cinematic universe. Not Dakota. Her press tour was famously dubbed unhinged and refreshingly honest. She openly admitted to journalists that the script was drastically changed after she signed on and confessed she would probably never do anything like it again. Did it hurt her career? Surprisingly, no. The internet loved her for it. Her total lack of pretense elevated the movie from a forgettable flop to a hilarious, memeable cultural moment. She proved that in an era of hyper-curated PR, audiences crave authenticity above all else. We are living in an age where celebrities are media-trained to death. They give perfectly safe answers to perfectly safe questions. Dakota Johnson is the antidote to whether she's calling out a daytime talk show host, casually dismantling her own blockbuster movie, or quietly producing some of the best indie films of the decade. She refuses to perform off-camera. She leans into the awkwardness. She tells the blunt truth. And most importantly, she isn't afraid to let the silence do the talking. Dakota Johnson isn't just an actress anymore. She's a vibe. A very dry, incredibly well-dressed, unapologetically honest vibe. What's your favorite Dakota Johnson moment? Was it the Ellen takedown or the Madam Web press tour? Let me know down in the comments. I read all of them. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's favorite agent of chaos, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.